Hey guys, this is Tim Tilley, Invisible Pain. Tonight I'm going to be talking about protecting your family. Guys, we've got to always know, who we've got around us. And just because that you know somebody does not mean that you know a damn thing about them. You've got to always, I'm not saying treat people like everybody like criminals. But you got to protect yourself in this day and time. I'm going to tell you a story. When I was probably, I think I was 18 years old. One Sunday afternoon, we was all sitting on. Me and my brother, we lived at my grandmother's house, and all of our buddies used to come over and hang out with us on the weekends. During the day, we'd all sit. We had a big front porch, and all the guys come by and kick back and relax, and we'd sit there and shoot shit, maybe smoke a joint, drink a beer, whatever. So one day, it was me and my brother, and these two guys pulled up, and they were buddies, they were friends. We shot pool with them, hung out with them some on the weekends, not every day, but we hung out. And one of the guys' name was Frank. And Frank was one of them guys that, he was a good dude, but Frank was one of them guys that if he was partying, you couldn't trust him. He wasn't one of them dudes that you'd let walk around behind you in fear of him hitting you in the back of the head with a bottle. That was him. I mean, you didn't know where his head was at sometimes. Well, about a day or two prior to them coming over to our house, I was sitting there watching TV, getting ready to go out, and Channel 12 NBC News broke a story and said that a lady in Mount Airy, North Carolina, which everybody calls it Mayberry, Mount Airy, North Carolina, whatever you want to call it, had been murdered right off of Main Street, right off where all the Andy Griffith stuff at, right down at the end of it, maybe 300 or 400 yards down past the Mount Airy Police Department. That's how close it was. Well, somebody had killed this. They found this 92-year-old woman dead. And it just kind of rocked this community because everybody knew this old lady, and she was a very very nice old lady. Lived in a nice little bitty house, and she was just a pillar of the community. That somebody had come in and broke in her back door and killed her. Well, come to find out, they had. I mean, it was bad. When they come in and found her, when they found her dead, she was in her bed covered up. But then after they started investigating, they realized that she'd been murdered. So it went on for a little while, and they started looking for the people, and I forget how many months down the road until they had actually caught them. But one day I was sitting there and it had breaking news coming out of Mount Airy, North Carolina. So I sat there and turned it up that said they had made an arrest in the Miss Poor murder. And I look, and there is Frank Chandler. They've got him handcuffed, news reporters everywhere, and they loaded him up. And it blowed my mind. I was like, what in the hell has he done? And I started just wondering, why in the world? Well, the court case, it come up pretty good ways down the road, and they come out with some stories on they found her. The old lady's undergarments were down, and I mean, it was sickening. And the only thing I could think about was, what if that had been my grandmother? He was at sitting on my grandmother's front porch 2 days after Miss Poor had got murdered. And I always wondered, was he over there? Because he'd never been there before, to my home. Was he there checking it out? What was he doing? Because I partied, I smoked pot. I partied, I sold it, whatever. And they said that when he broke into Miss Poor's house, that somebody had told him that was a drug house, that there was drugs in the house, and he was going to break in the house to steal the drugs. And when he went in, she heard a noise and walked in the kitchen where he cut however he got in on back glass. Well, she screamed. He swung and hit her in the face with the backside of his hand or something, and broke her neck and killed her instantly. And he picked her up, laid her in the bed, but they couldn't understand why her undergarments were down. And he told the judge that he just wanted to, this is where his mind was at, said he wanted to see what a old person's private parts looked like, which was disgusting that he would even say something like that. And the people that he had just destroyed, the granddaughters, everybody that he had destroyed, the sons, whoever, the whole family he destroyed. And the whole time that was going on, I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? You letting people like this come to your house and walk in your house and look through your house, and you don't know who they are. And we as people, we as men, need to understand that our home is our shrine. You don't let people come in your house and disrespect your home. But we also need to make sure that we know who we've got around us at all times too. And introducing people to your a friend that you've met at work, to your wife or to your children, that's a big step. People takes that step too lightly. People wants to go to work, meet some dude for 3 minutes, and then say, oh yeah, here's my wife, y'all come over anytime. And then one day when you get home from work, and that guy didn't go to work, and he's sitting on your couch when you get home, and you're wondering, what the hell's going on? Not saying that was anything that would ever happen, but you open the door when you allow people to come to your home when you're not there, or put that thought process in that they can, their buddies there, I'm going to take them in my home. Your home is your solitude. Your home is your protected place. People, take care of your home. Take care of your family, because we're in a time right now, if you ain't got a gun, you better go get one, because they tried to take them. And they trying to take everything, because if you think about this, if they take everybody's guns and they're the only ones that's got the guns, how much control can they put over your life then? People, you need to stand up and wake up. This is Invisible Pain. Like, share, comment. I got some stories that's getting ready to blow your mind away. Thank you, guys.